Alright, hi guys, welcome back. This is a really short video and I'm actually going to make this one short. Often I say that and then I end up talking for 20 minutes, but this is actually going to be a couple of minutes. This is just going to be a really short video, which is about how to adjust your parameters, export STL files out for 3D printing. And when I say adjust your parameters, what that means is adjusting it for your different steel sizes. So obviously we cover from 75 by 50 up to sort of 4 by 3 and everything in between. And when I say everything, there's a number of officially supported sizes. So 75 by 50, 80 by 50, 80 by 60, 100 by 50, 4 by 3, and 4 by 2 and 3 by 2. But they're, the strange sizes in between there should also fit if you just check the Fusion file, but they're the officially supported sizes. All right, so I've already got the print and see file open here. This is just a real quick tip. You can see that at the moment all you've got is a single assembly tool. Why that has happened is the file, when you download it, is just going to reflect whatever I was last working on. So, I'll go in there and make very small changes. If I don't go and unisolate everything and return it back to a standard state, you're just going to see it how I saw it when I walked out. So if I turn the assembly tools off, like that, and go right click, isolate all, you will see, just give it a short moment, you will see that the entire machine is there. It was just hidden from view. Okay, so alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly go up into the parameters. So if we go to modify, change parameters, we can see there's a huge list of different parameters that are available to us. Now, I'm not actually going to change any of these because I don't want to sit here and watch it regenerate. Actually, no, what we will do, we'll skip that. Let's just go back. Hot tip, if you're going to change your parameters, it's one of the best ways to do it is to take it all the way back. So down the bottom left here, take this all the way back to the first icon. So that sort of go back to start. What that allows me to do is change all my parameters in one go. Okay, so what this is doing is taking my timeline all the way back to the start, but the parameters don't get deleted out. So I can change all of these really quickly, and it's not having to recalculate everything. So I can go boom, 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 boom. Go 4 mil. All right. So I've just changed that to a 75 by 50 with a 4 mil steel thickness and a 4 mil radius. Now I'm going to leave the frame X, and you'll see here if we just expand this out a little bit. And I'm just going to bring this one over. Okay, you can see there's some notes here. Generally, you're going to have it based on your work area, which we've got down here. Pardon me. Up the top here are all your standard sort of basic parameters. Steel long, steel short, steel thick. As you go down and scroll down, you get into some of the more complex ones. You've got things like rear mount Z. You can adjust your ball screw length. You can adjust your bolt pattern for different size NEMA mounts. Everything's adjustable in here, but for 95% of us, what we're going to do is we're going to stick in this sort of top 5. So anyway, getting a little bit sidetracked there, so we're just going to go back to the main part. Alright, so what we did, just go back into this change parameters, you'll see we set those 75 by 50, 75 by 50 by 4, alright? Nothing's there. And why that is bottom left, we took it all the way back to the start of the timeline. So the timeline essentially rebuilds it bit by bit. But now because it's got that information as what size machine it wants it to build, we can just go to the last item in timeline, which was this one, that one there. You'll see it's going to take a moment. And I'll just have to pass the time with some, make some do noises. Let's give it a moment. Okay, it's coming along. It's actually kind of interesting when you look down the bottom right there. You'll see everything that's doing. So it just made an implicit join, it just made an extrude, another extrude. So it's literally every single item that I did, every single command that I did when I was creating this 3D model, it's now recreating. I'd say in real time, but it's not in real time, it's going much faster than I did it. But it's regenerating it from the start. We get this warning here. I will get around to fixing that warning at some point. It's not really something that's causing us any issues at the moment. It just, I'd like to see a tidy timeline. Anyway, here's our machine. It's been recreated. Now, if I zoom in, let's just do a quick little zoom and hopefully we can orbit. No, we can't orbit. Right, hold on. Let's orbit around here. If I do a little zoom in now on what we set, and we do an inspect here, you'll see that this has been adjusted to be, 75 by it'll be by 50 because it's what we entered by 4 mil. By 4 mil. Alright, there you go, by 4. Alright, so what we're going to talk about now is how you export these ready for 3D printing. Now, they've been adjusted to our size. Alright, there's a few ways we can do this. I'm going to come back and I'll set up some selection sets in the next day or so, which will make that easier. But the easiest way to do this is you go select, selection filters. Alright, so we went up here to the select window, selection filters, remove select all, and just go to bodies. Okay? And the sort of the way that the color coding works on this is that anything that's red is 3D printed. So you can right click on a part, which is up there, that's our Z motor mount. Right click on that. Now there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can go save as STL. Now saving it as STL will save it as a file. Alright, but I also like to just go Tools, Make. Now this is assuming you've got a slicer set up in your computer. So I use Slicer on mine, and I've already got that highlighted. Hit OK, and it will come into Slicer. It's taking it. There you go. It's in Slicer. It's important once your part is in the Slicer that you check the wiki where I've put in the printing orientation. I see a lot of guys attempt to print this. Let me just attempt to print this part in that orientation. That's not how it's designed to be printed. It's actually designed to be printed like that on its face. Alright, so that's how we want it printed. It is really important to get the orientation right. The strength of the part, the layer lines, everything's designed in a specific orientation. Nothing requires supports if they're printed the right way. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, no, that's what we're after. So, once you've got it like that, you can hit Slice Now. And hopefully by this point, I don't need to explain to you how to, take it from your slicer and putting it into your printer. Alright, so this video turned out not as long or as, about what I was hoping for. For the lucky few of you who listen to this today, you're going to hear me before I delete it, because I will redo this video tomorrow with a little bit more detail and possibly a little bit more wine. Did I say that? Did I say more or less? Yeah, possibly a little bit less wine. But yeah, for the lucky few of you who heard it today, you just got a quick little rundown on how we adjust parameters, export into Slicer, and off you go. All right, well, thanks for listening.